On this day, September 18, 1793, George Washington laid the cornerstone of the nation's capital in Washington, D.C. The city had begun construction 2 years earlier and would be named after the first president, who, along with his cabinet, had agreed to shift the nation's new capital southward, taking land from Virginia and Maryland along the Potomac River. Speaking of Maryland, on this day in 1862, after the Battle of Antietam was the bloodiest single day in American history, General George B. McClellan allowed Confederate troops to retreat south. This stalemate at the battle gave Lincoln the excuse to draft the Emancipation Proclamation and redirect the attention of the Civil War onto slavery. As for McClellan, he would resign his commission and run against Lincoln 2 years later. It didn't go well. Then on this day in 1895, Booker T. Washington, a former slave and educator who wrote up from slavery and started the first all-black college, Tuskegee Institute, delivered his now infamous Atlanta Compromise speech in which he encouraged African Americans to pursue educational and entrepreneurial exercises so that whites would eventually give them their rights. He was heavily criticized for this by other civil rights leaders. Finally, on this day in 1931, the Japanese at the Mutakin Bridge attacked Manchuria, beginning their long-term involvement in China during World War II.